Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Danbury. My name is Michael O'Hare, and my pronouns are he, him. I've been a friend of the UUCD for over a year now, and I've also been a part of many activities, but I especially enjoy the youth retreats. So you may arrive this morning tired and weary, or upbeat and buoyant. You may arrive this morning unsure and unsteady. However you're feeling this morning, there is a place for you here, and together we will make this morning a celebration of community, support, friendship, kindness, and inspiration. You're invited to laugh and cry and share and be silent as you need to be. As we gather this morning, we respectfully acknowledge that our physical building is on the traditional land of the Paugussett people. And before we get started this morning, I invite you to greet your neighbors, either here next to you or others joining you online, and say hello, introduce yourself to someone you haven't yet met, or wave across the room at old friends.
Hello. A few announcements this morning. Unitarian Universalist congregations are self-governing. We gather as a community, share our resources, and decide how we want to use those resources for which kinds of ministries. Today, after a brief coffee hour following the service, we will have our annual congregational meeting. You do not need to be a member to vote. You do need to be a member to vote. But you do not need to be a member to attend. Please stay for the meeting as we decide whether to approve the proposed budget for next year and make other decisions about our ministries. You are also enthusiastically invited to return to this building this afternoon at 4 p.m. for a concert with Cindy Callett and Gray Larson. This is part of our monthly Music on the Ridge series. Tickets are $25 for in-person attendance and $20 for streaming. Next Sunday, please don't forget to bring a cut or picked flower to share in our flower ceremony. There will also be a Pathways to Membership program following the service for anyone who is interested in becoming a member of the congregation. Details about that and other announcements are in your order of service. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jazz Liotta. I'm going to be leading us in our chalice lighting affirmation. We make this time and this place holy simply by being together with each other.
You know, it's like freezing, and I can't do anything about this.
Somebody's unmuted on Zoom. Please mute yourself. Make sure you stay muted.
All right, let's try that one more time. We make this time and this place holy simply by being together with each other and begin by lighting the flaming chalice, the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist tradition. Please join me in reciting the words to our chalice lighting affirmation. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and justice is its light. This is our covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek and speak the truth in love, to help one another and celebrate life. Please rise in body and spirit in singing our song of welcome, In My Life by the Beatles. The words will be on the screen.
All these places have their moments with lovers for people and things that went before. I know of all out there in my life. I love you more. I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them in my life. I love you more in my life. I love you more.
Please join me. Oops. Okay, figure out the button. Please join me in the children's affirmation. The words are on the screen. We are Unitarian Universalists. We are people with open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands. We care for the earth and each other. Our story this morning is The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. Oh, he started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. That night, he had a stomachache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. Now, he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then, he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a big, beautiful butterfly. Please join us in singing the first verse of This Little Light of Mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Once a month, we split our offering with an organization serving the larger community of which we are a part. Today, all the funds during our offering will be split with the Fairfield County's Community Foundation. I invite Ryan Deal from the Community Foundation to come forward and share a couple minutes about the foundation's work.
Thanks, everyone, and good morning. Oh, I love it. I'm a Lutheran guy, and we're very quiet at my church. You very careful when you open your mouth, so thank you for the warm greeting. I'm Ryan, and I work at Fairfield County's Community Foundation. I'm the director of community philanthropy there. There is a brief write-up about us in your program, and I'll try to keep this brief, which means I may need to speak quickly, and I'd love to chat more at coffee with anyone who's interested. What is a community foundation? It is an organization that exists to make the lives of people in a particular region better. Our region is Fairfield County, all 23 towns and cities that make up Fairfield County, which I'm sure you all understand is a broad region with vast differences. Our work extends here from Danbury down to Greenwich, over to Bridgeport, and all points in between. Interesting fact, Fairfield County has the second highest income inequality in the country. So what does this mean? We have enormous wealth in our county, but we also have enormous need. Our work is about understanding those differences and working to bridge those gaps. Research is a big piece of our work. We commission a study every 3 years called the Community Wellbeing Index. I have copies of the executive summary for anyone who's interested. We can also come and do a full presentation program for the congregation if you all would like to dive deeper into this together. This helps us, along with other relationship work that we do, to understand what we believe are the greatest needs in our region and then set about to bridge those gaps. We have 4 focus areas. We think that every individual in the county should have access to a home that is safe, stable, and that they can afford, and that home should be in a community where they can meet their needs: transportation, healthy groceries, financial institutions, employment. We think everyone should be able to graduate high school and at that time be prepared to enter the workforce in a job where they can earn a living wage and have growth opportunity, or be ready for post-secondary education, whichever is best for them. We think everyone should have access to high quality mental and physical health care from a provider who understands their lived experience. And fourth, we think that every individual should be able to build assets for their future, achieve financial self-sufficiency, and have a safety net for themselves. How do we do that work? Well, that would be longer than 5 minutes, but I'll give you a flavor. We offer the Center for Nonprofit Excellence, where we help nonprofits throughout the county be more effective and efficient in their work. We do that through free workshops and trainings throughout the county year-round. We provide grants to organizations that are working at the front lines of these challenges. This work has a direct impact in the Danbury region. We've granted over the past 3 years over $1 million to 89 nonprofits that are working here in and around the Danbury region. And lastly, we advocate for public policies that we believe will bring us closer to an equal and fair Fairfield County. We don't think that private philanthropy can or should do this work on our own. We work primarily with the Connecticut State Legislature, and we've had a 9-point policy agenda this legislative session, which ends on June 4th, so our work is not quite over, for a series of public laws that we believe will make this county work better for folks who live here. The last thing I'll mention is we're building a community of allies throughout Fairfield County who share our commitment to a region that works better for everyone. It's typically a donation-based membership program, but because you all have so generously offered to share the plate with the foundation in our work this morning, I want to extend a free membership or a complimentary membership for anyone who's interested into our Allies for Equity community. What Allies for Equity is about is meeting other individuals across the county who care about similar things as you. We offer supper club meetups at restaurants around the county. We help allies learn together about the issues, and our Allies for Equity advocate together. They join us in advocating with our state legislators for policies that will bring us closer to a fair Fairfield County. If you want to learn more or join, all you gotta do is leave your name and email address with me at the coffee hour. So I hope that you'll consider joining Allies for Equity, picking up a piece of our research, or just coming to chat with me. Thank you so much for your time.
In a moment, our greeters will come around with a collection of our offering. This is an opportunity to give gifts to each other and from the congregation to the larger community. This week to the Fairfield County Community Foundation. All of us are givers and receivers of these gifts. The link for donating is online in the chat. You may also mail a check to UCD at 24 Clapboard Ridge Road in Danbury. And at the same time, Sierra Marie, The kids? Okay. Sorry. The kids will come around and collect any non-perishable food you may have brought for the Dorothy Day Hospitality House. Please hold up the food you've brought up so the kids can come to you. Thank you for your generosity.
Hi, I'm Colin Hood. I've been a part of UUCD for about 14 years now. I invite you to gather yourself, breathe, and settle into your chair. I invite you to be present to yourself and to the community in this room. I invite you to let silence speak for a moment. Being known and knowing others deeply in community is transformative. Each week, we practice bringing our full selves into this space by sharing joys and sorrows of our lives. For those of you who are participating online, I invite you to place an X in the chat if you'd like to represent your silent joys and sorrows. For those of you in the room who are here and choose to share silently, please come forward and place a stone in the water, where its ripples can be witnessed without even having to be said. So I invite you all to come up and place a stone in the water. All that has been shared here and that which remains unspoken, let's sing Spirit of Life. So Jerry, can you start that off for us?
stirrings of compassion, blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life a shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of light, come to me, come to me.
The senior high youth group has chosen the topic of transformation. We will now share with you our unique stories of transformation and growth in our lives. Hi, I'm Nellie Adams. I'm 14 and currently in 8th grade. One of the largest transformations in my life has been XMC, a military camp I attended last summer. It was by far the most challenging and defining 5 weeks of my life. I came out of camp more disciplined, resilient, and perseverant. If I went up to 6th grade me and told her about all the things we'd accomplished, there's no way she would have believed me. When I started middle school, I was a B to C range student who skipped class and acted out. I viewed school as a waste of my time and put in zero effort. Now, not to brag, I'm a straight A student in honors algebra rather than pre-algebra, play field hockey and softball, and am an active member of my school's student council. I love learning, and although school is often made 10 times harder by my ADHD, I always put in 100%. Even though my accomplishments at camp concluded many goals, I still strive to be a better version of myself every day. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Colin Hood. I'm in 8th grade, soon to be 9th grade with the school year ending. I'm from New Fairfield, Connecticut. Through our topic of transformation, I have chose how I have grown and changed through sports and school. The reason I am so successful on the field and in the classroom is actually probably because my coaches. There are two terms my coaches have used to teach us work ethic, which is one of the biggest things in both of these places. One is always be an ace. Being an ace means you always bring the right attitude, courage, and effort when on the field or in the classroom. These three characteristics, when put into action, can cause a person to realize that when you put together the right pieces, you can complete any task. The other term my coaches use are what you put in is what you get out. This term essentially builds off the first one. Because if you do all the right things in a situation, you will set yourself up for the future. By changing my mindset in the past year, I've been able to put myself in a situation where I have a chance to play varsity for both sports going into high school, and I've set myself up for all honors classes going into high school. So I'm very lucky with how I've been going. I believe the best version of myself and the best of the best are determined by their mindset, not their skills. So I ask all of you today to reflect on your mindset towards your goals. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi, my name is Mateo Parr. I'm in 9th grade and I also live in New Fairfield, Connecticut. One piece of growth I've experienced this year was fracturing my hip. While this may seem like a setback, it hasn't been all so bad. This setback has been a point of growth for me because when I was on crutches just a few weeks ago, it made my world small. Everything was more challenging, and it was really humbling to me. But instead of looking at this injury as a moment of dissatisfaction, I look at it as an opportunity to be more grateful for what I do have. I believe this injury enhanced my character because it changed my outlook to being one of more grateful and understanding. Sometimes the best of lessons are within what might seem the worst situations. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Aspen Liotta. I'm in 10th grade and I live in Bethel, Connecticut. A big change for me this year is that I've been a lot busier and have a lot more responsibilities than years past. Since my siblings are not really around anymore and my parents are working a lot, I find myself home alone with many things to do. These often include making dinner twice a week, taking care of the pets, while also having to do schoolwork, practice for a drum concert, and going to baseball practice. All this can leave me overwhelmed at times, yes, but because of it, I've become better at planning my time. It has also helped me better to appreciate my parents for doing everything they do, even though they too are very busy. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Michael O'Hare. I live in Danbury, Connecticut, and I'm in 11th grade. I'm 17 years old. I've had a lot of big changes this year. So, like for example, I have a lot more schoolwork, and I also have a pretty serious commitment to running. That means like going to practice almost every day, even when I feel lazy, which is pretty much all the time. Um, but I still have to show up, and I also used to need a lot of help to like not procrastinate, which I'm sure is pretty relatable. And I, to change that, I started setting goals and gaining more independence. And the value that resonates most with me is transformation because I'm working on shifting my actions from like the short-term pleasure to the long-term benefit. I have to really see the big picture more in life. Thank you. All right, I guess I'm back. So, the transformations of our lives are an important part of who we are and who we are becoming. We care for one another by making spaces where we share about the parts of our lives that are changing and be affirmed for who we have been and who we will be. Just as some of our group members have shared, we invite you to share about who you are and the changes in your own lives. So under your chair, there is an index card, and for the next couple of minutes, we will have some quiet, and we invite you to draw and color a butterfly and or write something about a transformation in your own life. You might choose to write a word or two representing a way in which you have been transformed or are transforming, to write about a change in your life in the last year, or to write where you have experienced an important transformation in your own life. When you're done, you can choose to keep your index card, or you can use one of the tiny clothespins from the bowl on the chancel table to put your card up on the ribbons hanging between the windows.
small.
Thank you so much for your open-hearted sharing and your butterflies. As Unitarian Universalists, bridging is the ceremony in which we honor the transition of a youth into young adulthood. This year, Jazz Liotta and Ivy Stein are making that transition. At this time, I invite Jazz to come forward to offer a homily on this day of his bridging.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jazz Liotta. I'm a senior in high school. I will be heading off to Skidmore College this fall, where I'll be majoring in finance, I think, unless it changes. I don't know, we'll see. Um, Throughout my years as a part of UU, I've had the opportunity to explore many different religions in a way that felt open and not judgmental. Young children often look to their parents for instruction to decipher what's good and what's bad, and I was no exception. Both my parents, as well as many people in my inner circle, grew up Catholic. And like many people who grew up in that religion, they have a lot of religious scars from that. Um, let's see. Sorry, I lost my spot. So, being a child, hearing that from my parents, I interpreted that that is a religion that I should stay away from. Christianity, Catholicism, that was bad. That was, you're gonna be, don't go there. And for a long time, I didn't, but I also didn't really get that involved in religion. Um, but as I got older, I started to take interest in other religious practices, and being a part of UU helped me explore that. I remember still, we did this one trip to um, a Hindu religious place of practice, and it was still one of the most interesting experiences I've ever had. Um, However, at that time in my life, I did consider myself to be an atheist. I didn't really believe in too many gods because there were so many gods and so many religions and goddesses, and I was like, there's all these things, but I actually don't really feel connected to any of them. And then beginning in my high school years, I didn't really think about religion or my beliefs, my spiritual beliefs that much. I was too busy with school and sports and, trying to have as many friends as possible. Um, it wasn't until my junior year that the idea of what do I believe in started to cross my mind more frequently. I went back to all those religions and spiritual beliefs that I had explored here at UU, um, but I never really felt quite connected to any of them. Um, Sorry. The religion that I was told to stay away from, though, however, was the one that I felt the most drawn to. The one that I was told was full of fear and bad things. But those weren't my experiences. Those were experiences of other people around me, experiences of my parents or my aunt or a friend, but those weren't my experiences. I felt so connected to that religion, Christianity as a whole, because there was a family connection that I didn't have with any other religion. And since I was older, I thought, well, what's stopping me from exploring it more? For me, those religions, Christian religions, which have scared so many people, were beautiful to me. I saw art and ritual and connection and family, a connection that had been lacking in other religions I found here. I don't consider myself to be strictly Catholic or strictly UU or even Methodist where I was baptized, but a combination of all those things pulled together and myself, my own beliefs. UU has allowed me to explore my spiritual beliefs and my religion in a way that was not harsh or with fear or judgment. My religion hasn't been static like so many others, but has evolved over my youth years. I encourage all people to explore despite what others' experiences have been, because those are their experiences, not yours. Allow change in what you believe, because as we change, everything around us has to change with us. So, I didn't really write that much. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of struggling a little bit on what to say, but my biggest takeaway from being a part of UU is just that feel free to explore and don't judge things so quickly.
And I invite Ivy Stein, who will come on screen in a moment, to offer a second reflection on transformation on the day of her bridging.
Hello, I'm Ivy, and this is my speech. My mom has always told me that I've been coming to UU since literally before I was born, and she's right. Which is 18 years, and I think 18 years anywhere is a crazy amount of time when you think about it. In that time, I have come to know and meet so many people, and I've had the opportunity and the chance to explore my faith, my friendships, my relationships. And even though, if you ask anyone how they feel about OWL, they'll probably tell you, oh, OWL sucked. I'm genuinely grateful for the opportunity to learn about healthy relationships and what love actually looks like. I was a part of the Neighboring Faiths program, and I got to see congregations everywhere and how other people celebrated their spirituality and what they believed in. And growing up here really changed me as a person and fostered a curiosity in me that I will forever be grateful for. And I think that I truly have grown as a person because of UUCD. I've made lifelong friends. I've explored religion as well as bigger concepts. And most importantly, I found a community that I feel like I belong. Thank you.
Jazz and Ivy, each of you is held in the love of this community. I invite you to bring yourself into awareness of the community of which you are a part. You might look around the room or close your eyes and just feel it. In fact, the rest of us might go ahead and join you in doing so because we are an interconnected community and we are all in the company of the love with which we hold you. Give yourself a chance to become aware of the love that is present among those in this room, among those gathered on Zoom, among those who can't be here today except in spirit, and among people in all of the communities that care for you. We're preparing for the bridging ritual, and it's important to know that love flows through this community and all the communities that care for you and into the blessings we offer you on this day. What we'll do in a moment is create a symbolic bridge for you, Jazz, and you, Ivy. A bridge we will cover with blessings. This is the bridge you symbolically travel into young adulthood. I invite all people present on this day to participate in this ritual, whether you're in the fellowship hall or you're on Zoom. Let's begin, all of us in this community, as we're willing and able, by holding our hands rested in our laps or on our bellies or whatever way is comfortable, but cupped in front of us like this. Jazz and Ivy, you can do this too, so you can bring blessings for one another as well. Imagine our hands are full of love, joy, courage, peace, well-being, confidence, ease, energy, hope, and every blessing that we might wish for these two people journeying into young adulthood. Keep them cupped if it's comfortable for you, and let them fill to overflowing with blessings in these moments to come. A few instructions. I'll be calling you into our symbolic bridge making by groups. When your group is called, I invite you to turn your hands outward like this, as you're able, and hold them there again as you're able, and not for longer than is comfortable, because later, when we cover the bridge with our blessings, those blessings will rise again with our hands so that they might flow onto and over the bridge. If you're in the fellowship hall, you can offer, you have two choices basically. You can offer these blessings from your seat along with the people who are on Zoom. Or if you wish, you can come when your group is called and help form an embodied symbolic bridge in this room by lining up in 2 rows and creating an arch that Jazz will pass under here in this room, and that Ivy will be under symbolically via Zoom. When it's time to create that arch, we'll do that by stretching our arms up and a little toward each other between both rows. We don't have to touch. The blessings will complete the arch for us. Now, to begin, first I invite parents who are in the room as well as on Zoom of our bridge crossers. You turn your hands over in blessing now. And if you're in the room, come forward here and begin forming our bridge. You are the people who have sung a joyful welcome to Jazz and Ivy since they arrived in your arms. You have accompanied them faithfully through their life's journeys. Now your blessings will accompany them again as they arrive on this symbolic bridge. All kids who are present in the room, not high school youth, you're going to come later, but kids who are not yet in high school, I invite you also now to turn your hands over in blessing, and if you want to come forward and join our bridge. You too will come to travel this bridge down the road. You too can be blessed by this community of which you are a part. For now, let's share our love with this group as they journey. And other high school youth who are present, high schoolers, I invite you now to turn your hands over in blessing and to come forward as you wish. Jazz and Ivy have been among you for some time. May they go forward with your love and best wishes. You're going to make the bridge curve now. And may they be ready to receive you into the larger community of Unitarian Universalist young adults when you travel this bridge. Okay, young adults in that 18 to 35 year broad age span, I invite you to turn your hands over in blessing and come help form this bridge if you wish. As you prepare to welcome Jazz and Ivy, may you be held fast in the love of this community along with those crossing this bridge now. And all other adults, I finally invite you to turn your hands over in blessing and come forward as you're able. This journey we too have made now belongs to Jazz and Ivy. May it be a good journey, and may they carry your love and care with them wherever that journey might lead. Yes, you can rest your hands for now, and then we'll raise them back up. Everyone, kids and youth and adults online in the fellowship hall. In a moment, we will bring our blessings overflowing onto the symbolic bridge we've created. But for now, please repeat after me. For now, please repeat after me these words for Jazz and Ivy. We promise to continue to support and nourish you wherever your journey might lead. Okay, Jazz and Ivy, it is time to begin your travels under this bridge over which an abundance of blessings drape and onto which an abundance of blessings overflow. Jazz, will you do so in the fellowship hall? And Ivy, you will be with Jazz in spirit now as you both receive all the blessings of this day. All around you is the love of this and all your communities and their best wishes for you in all that you do and all that you are. All right, and as we lower our hands now, and as people return to their seats, Jazz, you stay up here. Jazz just waved to you, Ivy. You didn't see. He wasn't far enough up here. You're going to stay here. Jazz and Ivy, the love that is contained in this ritual will travel with you as you continue your journey. I invite Anya Westenberg forward to offer words of welcome into the young adult community. You are not alone, and in fact, you are welcomed into a new community, the community of young adults across the country, and right here at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Danbury.
Good morning. For those that don't know, my name is Anya Westenberg, and I actually bridged last year, I think the exact same day. Exactly 1 year ago. From the other side, I would like to warmly welcome Jazz and Ivy to the somewhat hidden but very existent group of young adults of UUCD. Although we are very much a minority, we are here and you are always welcome to come back. Whether you continue to show up at this very building like I have, and share in the enlightening and transformative services, or whether you do great things from afar, like so many of the others have done, I want you to know that there's a unique community here that will always value and support you, no matter how far you go. Each year, I feel it more, and I hope you realize that you will never be alone after growing up here. I just realized that I was looking there, but over there you can see me, Ivy. The end of youth group and what we used to know as RE is not really an end, it's a beginning, but it is also a continuation of the relationships that you've made here, the values that you've learned, the transformations you've taken, and all the love that exists here, because there's so much for all of us, and especially you guys. All of this will help you grow and help guide you, and I know that having UUCD as a foundation will help you both go super far in life. Personally, I'm really glad that we are back on the same side of the metaphorical bridge, because I missed you guys. So, on behalf of all the other young adults, welcome.
Finally, Jazz and Ivy, the family ministry team has prepared some gifts for you. Ivy, these gifts will be waiting for you when you return from your travels, and Heather Smith will come present these gifts to Jazz as a member of the family ministry team and one of the youth group advisors. This knapsack is from this community. It is made of material selected just for you and donated by Melody Levy and sewn for you by Keith Henderson. The things in your bag are for your journey, things to accompany you. You don't have to open the bag now unless you want to, but let me share with you and with the congregation what's in them. When your bag has been emptied, it will create an altar cloth so that you may have a spiritual space in your home and wherever you go. Inside your bag, you will find a chalice and a candle. May this symbol that has historically represented hope, compassion, and justice keep you connected to our shared faith and the values that we hold dear. You'll find a prayer shawl, a gift from this congregation's Sunsetted Knitting Ministry, a shawl that you can put on to pray or when you are in need of prayers. May you ever be embraced by the prayers of this community and find in your awe and reverence at life your own heart's prayers. You'll also find small branches from the trees of this land here, which you can put on your altar. May these be a reminder that you have roots that are firm and widespread. There is a Side with Love bumper sticker or laptop sticker in your bag. May you always be in touch with those roots that give you a heart for justice. You'll find a voter registration form as well in honor of our commitment to democratic communities in which people have a voice about the things that impact them. May you use your vote to help foster a better, more just world. And there are 3 more things in your bag. There are 2 books. One is called Becoming, a Spiritual Guide for Navigating Adulthood. May the reflections and music it contains sustain and nourish you. The second book is called SEX, the All You Need to Know Sexuality Guide to get you through your teens and 20s. May its contents support you in your growing self-acceptance, the formation of healthy relationships with others, and decisions made from a place of clarity around your values, hopes, and needs. You and those around you are worthy of that care. There is also a turtle charm. Turtles take their homes with them. May your turtle remind you that you carry this community's love with you, and may it remind you to just keep swimming. I know you know something about that. When the waters get rough. Okay, so something that isn't in your knapsack, I need Heather for this. When a baby or child is dedicated in Unitarian Universalist congregations, they are given a rose with its thorns carefully removed. The symbolism of the removal of the thorns is that our wish is that each child's life be free from thorns. But now your lives have already had thorns, and we know that there will inevitably be more. We offer you a rose with its thorns intact. Be careful. When you encounter life's difficulties, may you remember that we are here for you and that you are held by a love beyond imagining. Amen. Ashe, and blessed be. We have a song coming. It's coming.
Change gonna come, and it's too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there just beyond the sky. It's been a long, long time coming, oh, a change is gonna come, and I miss my family, my little girl, princess, I'd give her the world. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. I just need some comfort, some kind of belief that this war we're fighting can really bring some peace. There's no rhyme, no reason, no sweet melody. More and more weapons mean less security. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change is going on. And I'm trying to find it, some better place. We're having the biggest gun in some kind of place. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change will come. There've been times I thought couldn't last for long. Now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change. It's a change gonna come. It's been a long, long time coming. I know a change is gonna come. It's a change gonna come. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change will come.
That's Jordan Ellis on the drums, everyone.
Thanks to our youth for introducing me to some wonderful music as we plan the service.
Please join me in reciting the words of our extinguishing of the chalice in a couple seconds. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts and out into the world until we are together again.
The words of benediction are from Eric Williams. Okay, the words of benediction are from Eric Williams. Blessed is the path on which you travel.
Blessed is the body that carries you upon it. Blessed is your heart that has heard the call.
Blessed is the mind that discerns the way. Blessed is the gift that you will receive by going.
Truly blessed is the gift that you'll become on the journey. May you go forth in peace.
I took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around. And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? I don't know. Well, I've been afraid of changing 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, and children get older, and I'm getting older too. So well, I've been afraid of changing 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, and children get older, and I'm getting older too. I'm getting older too. So take this love and take it down. If you climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide will bring it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills. Or maybe the landslide will bring it down. The landslide will bring it